We are in the season of applying for scholarships, education opportunities around the world. And I want to provide the big distinction between two important things when it comes to where to apply for these particular opportunities, and especially the applicability of what we call free education in Europe and the assistantships in the United States of America. By providing the distinction between these two, I believe I'll be able to help you to make that decision and to see where will it be easier for you to go for further studies, especially master's and doctorate. Because that is where in the United States you'll be able to get what we call assistantships. And in Europe, apart from scholarships, they have free education. So I want to give these people to understand these two things. In Europe, there are so many countries in Europe have what we call free education. What does that mean? When you get admission to any university, you are supposed to find a way on how you can pay for your tuition and fees and living expenses. But there are universities or there are countries in Europe where you are not supposed to pay the tuition and fees. That means it's free in that particular sense. And then you'll figure out how do you go and pay for your living expenses. I'll go on that one. And if you get a scholarship, in Europe, that means a scholarship is covering the tuition and the fees, if they're there, and also they are going to cover your living expenses. So the free education, you go there, you go and study. You don't pay tuition and fees. It's free. So you'll be able to be in charge of covering your own living expenses. And how do you cover your own living expenses? You have to work. Most of European countries, you are allowed to work both on campus and off campus. So the countries which are famous with the free education are Scandinavian. You are talking about Norway, Finland, Sweden, Denmark, and also, even if it's not Scandinavian, you can include Germany, has a lot of free education. So you're allowed to work both on campus and off campus. And by working on campus and off campus, you will be able to make more than 1,000 euro. In many places, you make 1,000 or 1,300 euro. So it's between 1,200 US dollar to 1,500 US dollar. That amount of money is able to cover your living expenses in most of the cities in Europe. But if you apply in the United States for what we call scholarships, in the United States, we don't have scholarships as you think as scholarships. We have what we call assistantships in most cases. Very rare, there are few, you'll be able to get a scholarship. Scholarship, it means they pay tuition and living expenses, and you don't need to work. But in US, they provide what we call assistantship. You are assisting with the academic work. You are assisting with the department work. You are assisting your professor. You are assisting your department. By doing the assistance, the department will pay for your tuition and fees. That means you don't pay tuition and fees. And in addition to that, because you'll be working 20 hours per week, the department gives you a certain amount of money. The stipend, maybe they will tell you we give you 1,000 US dollar or 1,200 US dollar or 1,500 US dollar as a stipend to be able to be used on a monthly basis as your cost of living. So technical is not they just, no, you work, they give you money. That's how it is. So is it the same thing? So if you go to look about assistantship in Europe and assistantship in the United States and the free education in Europe, is the same thing, because you don't pay tuition and fees, then you work to be given money. Here you'll be working with the department, and the department will give you the stipend. Here you go and work in any company, and that company gives you salary. That salary is going to cover the cost of living for you. So it's the same thing. But people will feel better to apply and to get to the United States because, oh, I got assistantship, I got a scholarship, whatever you call it. You feel that you are very competitive to go to these particular universities. But the competition is high because it's looking like a scholarship with assistantship. But in Europe, you are applying as what we call self-financing student, because it's free in most of these universities, unless others you go to the countries which like they have tuition and fees. But if you go to the universities with the public universities in the countries I mentioned, some of those one is a free education. So you don't pay tuition and fees. So because of that, they can enroll many people than when they provide assistantship in the United States. So my advice will be, you can apply to those universities. The only thing is, yes, you need to show the money you have, at least 10,000 to 12,000, or deposit it into the school account, but they'll give you back. Unless others, you go to Germany, they don't give you all lump sum back. They give you on a monthly basis because you put the money into what they call the black account. But Europe, other countries like Norway, Finland, wherever, if you go as a free education, you arrive at the university, within 1 week after opening the account, they will put back all your money to your account. Then you can start your own life, you can be able to work. So know these two terminologies will be able to help you to make the good decision. And you can apply both, but don't feel, oh, because here I pay tuition and fees, I have to work to get the living expenses. In the US, I give me assistantship guarantee. No, you will be working in the department. But in Europe, you can work in the department, you can work outside the department, and still get the same amount of money on a monthly basis to be able to cover the same thing. So in all, it's the same thing. So don't fear to apply in Europe for free education. The only thing, yes, you need to have at least 10,000 upfront to put, if you can borrow from someone, to put in the bank account. And then when they give you back, you can give someone back their money, and you can be able to be in that particular country and start working. So that is what I want to give you the information for today. Remember to subscribe to the EBN Scholars, the headquarters of opportunities, where we provide information about scholarships, information about immigration, information about work, internships, volunteering opportunities, how to write and publish your books, and everything to be able to succeed in your personal life.